Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans. And we just had that IMF report in that video that I put up, which is quite depressing. But that report has got nothing on what I'm going to be talking about now. And this is a shout out to Ria. Thank you for the link. But maybe there is a sting in the tail for the EFF and one Julius Malema. And I'll explain why. It's all to do with the VBS Bank and all that money that just kind of disappeared out of the bank, and no one knows where it's gone because it's now hidden behind trust company names and God knows what else. But there are people on the case now, and I'll read you an article that's in the Sowetan, and they make the point that Scorpio investigation, which is they're looking into this whole VBS situation. They have linked Malema and the EFF to looting of billions of VBS rands from the bank. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this. The article says a Scorpio investigation has directly linked Julius Malema and the EFF to the looting of billions at VBS Mutual Bank. This was revealed on Wednesday by Daily Maverick in an investigation which detailed how Malema and his party benefited from more than 1.8 million rand of depositors' money invested in the bank, which now faces liquidation. Now, let us remember that the depositors here were poor Africans and poor municipalities who were literally told to put their investments into the VBS Bank, and then that money was looted out of it. That money was stolen from the poorest of the poor in South Africa by these politicians. And yet that goes unreported by the mainstream media. I mean, we're not surprised by that, but I mean, that's what is going on. Okay. The report continues. This comes weeks after the release of a National Treasury Commission report by advocate Terry Matau titled The Great Bank Heist, which listed EFF Deputy President Floyd Shivambu's brother, Brian, as one of the people who brought the bank to its knees. Now, isn't it interesting? The deputy leader of the EFF, Floyd Shivambu, his brother, gets his little snout in the feeding tray at the VBS Bank. How did he manage to do that without the influence of one Floyd Shivambu? Now, remember, Brian Shivambu is the guy who produces all the regalia they wear, the stupid little hats and things like that. So he's got his fingers in a lot of little pies tied up with the EFF. The report released last month detailed how Skameka, a company owned by Brian Shivambu, received more than 16 million rand from the mutual bank. It was later alleged that 10 million of the 16 million rand received by Brian went to Floyd Shivambu. And of course, that's part of the investigation that's going on now. And there's a continuation of this article. And it's a subheading where they say, tell us who funds the EFF's leadership lifestyle. Gordon's spokesman hits back at Shivambu. Because you know how the EFF have been having a go at Privan Gordon. And now this is his chance to respond. The Daily Maverick, which is an online paper in South Africa, has now revealed that Brian's company was a front for Floyd, while Malema also used his cousin, Matsobani Faleng's Mahuna's investment company, to front in a similar manner. Now, these are the two leaders of the EFF. You can't get much higher. The two, Brian and Falang, are said to be in financial constraints just months after receiving millions, something the investigators found odd. Now, how could they be in financial constraints when they've got so many millions of rand? That is absolutely crazy. Sunday World reported that Brian was on brink of losing his car due to failure to meet his payment obligations, while Scorpio investigators have now also revealed that Phalang received more than 100,000 rand in director's fees from his company. This suggests that Phalang was not the real owner of the account and not the intended receiver of the illicit VBS fund paid into Mahuna by Skameka, reported Daily Maverick. See how they've got all these little trusts and funds and different names hiding the money? It's crazy shit. And this is the one that I find particularly disturbing. This comment, which apparently is correct. According to the investigation, in just 7 months, Mahuna paid more than 430,000 rand towards a Sandton property. Remember Malema's Sandton property? Okay, well, guess where the money came from? From VBS Bank. Okay, so just restating this. Mahuna paid more than 430,000 rand towards a Sandton property in which Malema resided from as early as 2012. God, they are a corrupt bunch, aren't they? The same property was later bought by the EFF for more than 5 million rand from Malema. This is the party that wants to run South Africa. God help South Africa. Just think about that IMF report. This is crazy shit. Okay, so the same property was later bought by EFF for more than 5 million rand. The party also indirectly received more than 600,000 rand from Mahuna between July and August 2017. Surprise, surprise. And apparently this money was paid into different accounts. The investigators managed to link the money to EFF through the descriptions on Mahuna's bank statements, which read July 26 and EFF GP, which were allegedly allocated to EFF's 2017 birthday celebrations. Calls to the EFF office went unanswered. Now, I wonder why. The EFF, not only are they a bunch of goons, but they're a corrupt bunch of goons. Now, remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and I'll put a link to the live stream this Sunday at 8 p.m. Johannesburg time. Take care, guys. Bye for now.